What if Rimuru goes to Naruto verse Part 3? By Manga-narvana. This story is about Rimuru going to Naruto verse for fun since he wants to escape from doing work. Actually, Ciel asked on the date, so please enjoy the fan fiction. Things you can expect in this story. 1. Change in timeline. 2. Op male Rimuru. 3. Long story, till Boruto timeline. Chapter Office, HIRUZEN POV. Why is this happening to me again and again? I was in my office when the Anbu came in and gave me a report saying the Uzumaki forest had a big volcanic eruption. I asked him to send the mission to Jiraiya, as he is good with this kind of thing. But fate had other plans, as Jiraiya came rushing into my office like a bull in a china shop. Jiraiya, there is a big problem. There's a forest fire. I was in the neighboring area when it all started. The birds were uneasy and the earth started to shake. Suddenly, a small group of people came rushing by, and one of them told me there was a big volcanic eruption near the Uzumaki forest. That has caused a forest fire in the area. An Anbu member then entered the office, telling me the Fire Lord had requested the hidden leaf to put out the forest fire. Hiruzen, just my luck. The Anbu captain has informed all free shinobi to gather in my office. Soon, a huge number of shinobi were deployed by the leaf to tend to the forest fires caused by the volcanic eruption and save people's lives. Flashback. Ciel, are you sure waking up a dormant volcano is a good idea, guys? Velgrind and Guy manipulating the lava inside the volcano. Oh, come on, what's the worst that can happen? Velzard, so, what's left is to put some ice over it and create a new island for us to use our powers on and master control over them. Guy, yes, it will act as our base for the new government. And Velzard, please do not freeze the entire continent like last time. Velzard, so that's why we are making an island so you can play with Rimuru. I am tired, just let it be. Let's go to the Uzumaki forest as it is just a few minutes away. I hope that frog guy comes quickly so we can finally join the adventure with Rimuru. Velgrind, agreeing with her sister, flies toward the forest which is on fire, leaving Guy behind. Guy, wait for me, you two, or not. Since I will be away for some time, we need something cool to communicate with. Velzard looks at Guy, who is acting like a 9-year-old, and decides to give him a chain made of weird particles, made of stardust which can destroy the Naruto universe if used as a weapon, and leaves. End of flashback. Velgrind, so, is it a good idea to use something like stardust now? It could be dangerous. Velzard, don't worry, it's just his ninja suit. I can't wait to see his reaction when he finds out. Velgrind laughing, seriously, so, what is our backstory that you and Ciel created? Velzard, well, we will meet Frogman in a forest with the help of Old Lady Wolf. We will ask one of his teammates to take us to the Hokage in exchange for the location of the Akatsuki. Meanwhile, Guy is going to destroy some village to become an S-class villain and try to get into the Akatsuki. Then we can do whatever we want. Velgrind, that was such a bad beginning. At least make it interesting. Velzard, interesting you say. Then what would be interesting? Velgrind, how about we go to the forest, then the frog man comes, and Ciel tells them we are related to Rimuru, and then we have fun. Ciel, that's even worse. Are you sure you don't want Rimuru's help? The twins finally decided to do much better, and decided to go directly and simply join the Hidden Leaf. Ciel, they seriously need Master's help, or they will simply soul manipulate the Hokage to put them on Rimuru's team. And from the looks of it, Guy has just smelled the despair of all these people who have died in war. Master, can you help your poor sisters? Rimuru is currently fishing to feed an entire village since it's their last day here. Rimuru, oi, you said they have things under control. Tell me how many things they have already destroyed over there. Ciel, they have created an entire volcano so they can have a beach party there, and the twins are fighting over their origin story to make them look cool. Velzard suggested a simple approach, whereas Velgrind wanted to use her ability to control them to just get down to having a fun adventure. It is Ciel's power, but since they are all currently linked to her and are using parallel existence in the Naruto-verse, you get the point. They just want to fight every relevant person for a good warm-up before they butcher all the Otsutsuki. Rimuru, upon hearing this, searched his mind and found Ciel handling the mess the three idiots made by creating an entire volcano, just so they could have beach episodes like in anime and manga. He then decided to edit his lore and add the three idiots so they don't accidentally make it their playground and destroy the world because they got bored. Now even Rimuru is editing the timeline. Rimuru, bring the three idiots here, Ciel. Guy, upon seeing Rimuru, Oi, Rimuru, why did you call us here? I was just about to use wood style to create a forest for our island. Rimuru, you morons. If you do that, everyone will suspect that island is artificially made, which will cause a lot of unwanted problems. So, no beach episodes or anything like that. Guy, so you mean that we won't get our headquarters or a good relaxing place? Rimuru, yes. You are not going to relax unless you have a clear understanding of this world's law and nature. So go to the land of Earth and find Conan. I'm pretty sure she is soon going to fight Roshi. Tell her you are an orphan and show her your power. She is the most normal person on the team, which will help you get into the Akatsuki. And Guy, don't use too much power. It might have a permanent effect on the planet. Guy, so it's that simple. Here I was planning to kill one-tailed beast to get in. Velgrind, okay Guy, get lost now. It's our turn to get an overpowered backstory. Rimuru, for you too, just pop out of a volcano, create something like a meteorite, or go to the hidden leaf and fall unconscious near the village. We will be there to pick you up and bring you two back to the hidden leaf. I will use my good acting skills to get you two on my team, as we are the same age and I currently don't have an official team to participate in the Chunin exams. I'm pretty sure the Hokage wants me to bring a power balance, as their current Jinchuriki is Naruto, who has no control over Kurama. Ciel, that's a much better idea. I will then use that volcano you created as an old Uzumaki temple where there are hints of your destinies linked to Master. Velzard, so what will be the new prophecy since you have now changed the old one? Ciel, Tusk, seriously, we are just adding more layers to it. Let's see. How about, the youngest son of the pure royal Uzumaki has 3 other Uzumaki friends who will assist in saving the world. Ciel is definitely mad. Guy did something stupid again. Velzard, it's too much if you ask me. Hey, Rimuru, will there be a problem if we just appear in front of your team and you guys take us to the village? Velgrind, yup. Falling unconscious might be a good idea if we were knocked out during an animal attack. Rimuru, oi, don't do anything like that. They will think you are acting. How about we find you when you two have lost your memory and maybe your friend too? We can make Guy that lost friend who finally completes your origin as 3 orphan Uzumakis who, along with me, will save the world. The twins agreed to this origin and went to the nearby forest around the Konoha Gate. Then Rimuru told them about his new teammates. Meanwhile, Ciel, who knows all about the mission, decided to check on Guy, who has destroyed an entire squad of shinobi from the Land of Lightning. She sent the info to Guy, who in return told her he had found some kids and decided to use them as his subordinates because some of them have nothing but pure hatred for the shinobi world. Some shinobi feared this small group of 20 kids, ages 5 to 7, and decided to kill them, so he killed the shinobi out of anger and decided to become the kids' king. Meanwhile, the villages near the volcano have a big problem as the fire is now increasing, which might cause them significant issues, like burning their villages. Soon, they heard a loud wolf howling coming from the Uzumaki forest, and suddenly a big thunderstorm appeared with heavy rain, which put out the forest fire. He has been working non-stop for 3 days. Jirya then jumped to find the wolf, as he realized it was the same wolf that raised Rimuru, but he suddenly lost consciousness and found himself in front of her. Old wolf, so how was your day, child? Well, whatever it may be, it will be worse now, you see. The three calamities have woken up from their slumber after 2,000 years. This could only mean they are coming. Jirya, who is coming? What is going on here? Old wolf, I don't have time to explain everything. Go search near the volcano, you will find their origin. Jirya, after waking up, realized he was still in the village as he had depleted his chakra reserve. To find the answers, he decided to go near the volcano. Rimuru POV. After completing the mission, Naruto is in a high dream state, so Kakashi finally decided to bring his team back to reality and tell them about the Chunin exams. Kakashi, okay Naruto, we get it. You have completed an A-rank mission. But it was only possible because Rimuru analyzed Haku's jutsu and broke it in time before both of you died. Sasuke, understanding Kakashi's words, realized that Rimuru didn't need their help. He could have defeated Haku by himself, but he let them fight and didn't help until the last moment. But why did he do that? Does he just want to show off his powers? Or does he only help when he realizes we can't do anything? And how the hell did he get so strong at such a young age? Sasuke in frustration, Oi Rimuru, tell me how you got so strong. Kakashi, well, if you ask me, I think Rimuru has astronomical chakra control. He also has a massive chakra reserve. He might just be born special. To be fair, he is in Uzumaki. Naruto, hey, I am in Uzumaki too. Then why am I not strong like him? Kakashi, well, Naruto, you have a big chakra reserve, but you don't have any significant control over it. Rimuru, well, that's quite an observation, sensei. Sasuke, you know medical ninjas need excellent chakra control. So I am not special or anything. I just trained to have excellent control over my chakra from a very young age. Although you all can do that too, Sakura has a good chance to become even stronger as a medical ninja than me. Sakura blushing, really, can I be strong like you? Rimuru, yes, you can be if you train. Though you don't have a large chakra pool, you might be able to train yourself to attain that. Sakura, being praised by Rimuru, was on cloud 9 and started to tell her teammates that they should focus on their skills. Hearing this, Kakashi decided to bring his team back to reality again. Kakashi, although Sasuke, you saved Naruto's life, your teamwork seems to have gotten even worse than before. And Naruto, you are just intent on beating Sasuke, which causes you to mess up missions. Sakura, you suggested Naruto and Sasuke work on their skills, but you are even worse than Naruto in terms of skill. You three seriously need hard training. Suddenly, they heard a loud noise. Rimuru went in the direction of the sound, followed by Kakashi. After a few seconds, they reached the source and found two beautiful girls knocked out by a wild beast. Rimuru, seeing the situation, immediately kicked the beast and made it retreat into the jungle. Then he went to check on the two girls. Kakashi, are they fine, Rimuru? Rimuru, yep, they are fine, but they have serious head injuries and some broken bones. It's nothing I can't heal, but it is difficult to do here. Let's take them to the village with us. Kakashi, okay, let's go to the village immediately. Then their remaining teammates arrived and asked who these two beautiful girls were and what had happened. Rimuru, making a wooden stretcher, told them what occurred and asked for help taking them to the village so he could heal them. Back in Konoha, the Hokage is facing hell. First is the Chunin exam, which is in a week. Second is the sudden appearance of a volcano 3 days ago. Third is Danzo, the elders, and the fire daimyo. Well, nothing can be done about it, but his temporary peace was broken as Team 7 entered his office. Kakashi POV. After reaching the village, Rimuru went to the hospital to treat the twins. Kakashi and Team 7 went to the Hokage's office to brief him on their mission. Hiruzen was shocked to hear, A simple C-rank mission had reached A-rank, and that Team 7 and Rimuru had completed it on their own. Hiruzen then told them about the upcoming Chunin exams and informed them that Rimuru would not be on their team for the exams. After the briefing, Kakashi gave his team a day to rest while he and the Hokage went to check on Rimuru. Rimuru POV. After healing Velzard and Velgrind, I asked them to wake up and act as if they didn't know anything, as if they had memory loss. I went to search for the head of the Yamanaka clan to help them recover their memories, but suddenly Lord Hokage and Kakashi arrived, so I changed my plan and asked the Hokage for help. When he confirmed they had memory loss, I would ask him to put them on my team. Hiruzen, tell me, Rimuru, what do you need my help for? Rimuru, can you help them recover their memories? Hiruzen, yes, sure. It is easy for me. Do you know the Yamanaka clan's mind transfer can help people recover their memories? As Hiruzen tried to enter their minds, Rimuru, with Ciel's help, showed him an artificial memory of them being orphan Uzumakis like Rimuru. They had come here in search of their friend who had fallen near the river. He also found that the three were extremely strong kids who wanted to protect people. He thought for a moment and decided to ask the girls. Hiruzen, hey, you two, do you want to be ninjas like Rimuru? Velzard, what is a ninja? Kakashi, ninjas are trained people who fight for their village and protect people. Velgrind, so will you help us find our friend if we become ninjas? Hiruzen, yes, we will help you too if you become ninjas and protect the hidden leaf. Rimuru, Ciel, what is happening? This is quite easy, they are not even trying to check their backgrounds. Ciel, it seems Hiruzen wants to give you a team, so he has an excuse to put you in the Chunin exams and promote you quickly. Rimuru, well, that is also fine. Hiruzen, well, Rimuru, I will leave everything to you since you can easily get acquainted with others. Rimuru, yes, Hokage-sama. Kakashi POV. After leaving Rimuru and the Hokage, I went to get ramen, where I found other Jonin who had returned from their missions. Guy told me about his team and how proud he is, followed by Kurenai and Asuma. They even told me about the new volcano that popped out of nowhere. Guy then asked about Rimuru, and I told them that Rimuru, who was temporarily placed on my team, now has a proper team and will be in the Chunin exams. Upon hearing my words, all the Jonin went silent. Well, that is to be expected. Rimuru is strong enough to be special Jonin level. Continuing the shock, I told them about our mission and how Rimuru, while fighting Zabuza, analyzed an ice-style jutsu from Haku and broke it using a simple fire-style jutsu. This statement brought pin-drop silence. Only a few ninjas in history could simply analyze an opponent's one-hit kill ability mid-fight. He is a lot like the fourth Hokage, and now he has teammates to help him out. Even if they can't do anything, he will find a way to use their abilities. Rimuru is truly special. Even if his teammates were like Sakura, he would still create a plan for victory. Chapter 8. Rimuru POV. Last night, Ciel and I had a great idea for improving Velzard's and Velgrind's chakra control training, so we began training for medical ninjutsu. I gave them a full summary and a copy of my memory of chakra training to help them, which was unnecessary. Ciel then summoned me inside my imaginary space. She started playing with my hair and used the information King Akashic Records to create a TV for us to watch. Our plan was to watch some romance films, but most of them sucked, so we went for a Dragon Ball marathon. Oh, so their next destination may be the Dragon Ball verse. Good luck, Omni King Zeno, you'll need it. I had to spend the entire morning after waking up explaining to them how to control their power so they looked like beginners. That's what happens when a goat tries to act. After spending the night in the hospital, we decided to take a bath at my house and change clothes. Velzard and Velgrind tried on sky blue kimonos, whereas Ciel made me into her dress-up doll and gave me a white shirt with black jeans, chains, and my ninja jacket. At the Hokage office, Hiruzen, there you are. Did you sleep well last night? Well, I hope you did because you three have jobs to do. Rimuru, I have a bad feeling about this. What is the mission, Hokage-sama? Hiruzen, Rimuru, you are going to the academy to find Uruka and ask him for the scrolls. As for Velzard and Velgrind, you are going to take the academic exam. Velgrind, wait, we are not ready for it. We still haven't learned all the terms or practiced math. Hiruzen, you need to mold chakra, transform into someone else and create a clone. Who told you there was a theory exam? It was just for the record. The two pointed at Rimuru, which caused him to get embarrassed. Rimuru, that was for the Chunin exams, which are in 3 days. I am pretty sure the genin from other villages will be arriving soon. Hiruzen, yes, it will take place in 3 days on July 1st. Velzard and Velgrind, I hope you two are prepared. And Rimuru, please ensure that none of the genin fight among themselves before the exam. Rimuru and the twins left the office for the academy. While they took their practical exams, Rimuru collected the scrolls from Uruka and sent a shadow clone directly to the Hokage's office. As they were leaving, they saw Sasuke walking towards them. Rimuru, what are you doing, Sasuke? Searching for someone. Sasuke, hey Rimuru, who are those two beautiful girls? Are you on an escort mission for high-ranking noblewomen again? Anyway, Kakashi-sensei has called our team for additional training. Rimuru, hey, that only happened once. Don't make it sound dirty. Let me introduce you to my new teammates, Velzard Uzumaki and Velgrind Uzumaki. They are my new teammates so we can finally take part in the Chunin exams, and the two are strong like me. Sasuke was shocked that Rimuru had his own team now. Well, now it is clear which is the strongest team in the exams. Sasuke, well, good luck to you in the exams. Rimuru, Sasuke, Lord Hokage is calling all Jonin for the beginning of the exams. Let's find Naruto and the others. I'm pretty sure Kakashi-sensei won't be there yet. Meanwhile, Konohamaru and his friends, Udon and Mogi, were spying on Naruto. As antics ensued, Konohamaru accidentally bumped into a foreigner, Kankuro, who had purple paint on his face and a sand village headband. Konohamaru insulted him, causing Kankuro to threaten him. Naruto attempted to attack but was tripped by an invisible attack. Just as the ninja was about to hit Konohamaru, Sasuke saved the day by throwing a stone. As Kankuro was about to attack Sasuke, Rimuru appeared between them with Velzard and Velgrind. Rimuru, it is Lord Hokage's order for all genin participating in the exams to not fight among themselves. So do not fight. Is that clear, you two? Then Gaara appeared from behind along with Temari and told Kankuro to stop playing around. Temari started blushing while looking at Rimuru's beautiful face and divine body, while Kankuro was staring at Velzard and Velgrind in their kimonos. Gaara introduced himself and his siblings, then scolded Kankuro for fighting with kids and apologized for his behavior. He explained they were from the Sand Village and were here for the exams. Rimuru, don't worry about it. Either way, you three are early. Lord Hokage will announce the details soon. Rimuru, Ciel, why does Gaara look so tired? He looks like he'll drop dead. Velzard, and who is that monkey? He has been staring at me for a long time. Velgrind, I am going to punch that monkey into space. He isn't even trying to look away. Ciel, it seems Gaara's tailed beast is not correctly sealed, which influences his mental and physical state. And Velzard, that monkey is Konohamaru. Don't kill him. He's just in awe of your beauty. Sasuke jumped down from his tree and went to check on a confused Naruto, joined by Sakura. Naruto, hey Rimuru, who are these two divine goddesses? Don't tell me normal noblewomen weren't enough for you, so you started charming goddesses now. Rimuru gave Naruto a karate chop and told him they were his teammates, not goddesses, and that he isn't a playboy. Sasuke looked at Temari and made fun of an embarrassed Rimuru. At the training ground, Kakashi was waiting for his team so they could practice. He wanted to give them hints to protect themselves and perhaps some genjutsu training. But suddenly, one of Rimuru's shadow clones arrived and told him to go to the Hokage office. Lord Hiruzen was calling all Team Sensei. Author's note: I am going to try to correct some of the Naruto-verse problems, like Kakashi not training his team properly, especially Sakura. At the Hokage office, Hiruzen called Asuma, Kakashi, Kurenai, and Guy to step forward and recommend any genin they believed fit for the exams. Uruka thought the rookies needed more time, but all four recommended their students, shocking him. Uruka challenged their decision, but they stood by it. The Hokage agreed, but only after Kakashi reminded Uruka they were no longer his students, but ninja under their command. The next morning, Kakashi gave them the application forms. Sasuke and Naruto accepted, but Sakura was uncertain. Later, Team 7 was attacked by a mysterious ninja. Sakura was captured and seen tied up and gagged. Naruto eventually saved her, but the ninja escaped. Sakura was caught in a genjutsu but quickly figured it out. Despite this, she was still uncertain. Sasuke easily defeated the ninja, telling him to stay out of Konoha. The ninja was revealed to be Uruka in disguise. He reported back to Kakashi, confirming they all passed his test. Inside the school, registration was taking place, but two genin barred the way, warning everyone about the exam. An altercation nearly took place, but Rock Lee stepped in and defused the situation, surprising Sasuke. Rock Lee later challenged Sasuke to a duel, while Rimuru's team went directly to the exam hall, ignoring the fight. Rimuru: Hey Ciel, are you sure they won't break any bones? Ciel: Don't worry, master. The fight goes the same as the anime, we won't rewrite it here. Kakashi met with Team 7 before they entered the hall. He informed them that unless all three had consented, none would have been permitted to enter. He wished them luck. Inside, the Rookie 9 met up and had a spirited discussion. Kabuto warned them to quiet down as they were irritating the other shinobi. This caught Rimuru's attention. He wondered if Kabuto knew about his powers. Explaining the exams further, Kabuto used his ninja info cards to give Sasuke information on Gaara and Rock Lee. Kabuto said the participants were likely elites, which intimidated the rookies. With his standard enthusiasm, Naruto loudly proclaimed he wouldn't lose to anyone. Velzard and Velgrind: He is too confident in his ability to piss off the entire room. Rimuru: I hope my sisters ignore him and don't accidentally kill him. Meanwhile, some sound ninjas tried to attack Kabuto. Although it appeared he dodged, his glasses suddenly broke and he became nauseated despite not being hit. Before things could escalate, the proctor and his team appeared. With that, the Chunin exams began. Side story, Part 2. Guy's POV. After leaving Rimuru's imaginary space, I went to a nearby place to see the people with my own eyes. I entered a village of small people near the village hidden in the clouds. I started looking around and found shops and people in old Japanese clothes walking about. The houses are made out of wood, paper, and some grasses. Looks like this is the medieval period of this place. Guy: What is this great pleasant smell? Is there a war going around? Can't wait to kill some time in humans. Then I started searching for the source of such a smell and came across a heavy scent of despair, hunger, and sadness, making it feel like a war was going on. I found a bunch of small kids around the age of 6. Some look like they will die in a day or two. Continuing to observe the place from afar, I also found a dead old guy on a bed. It looks like these villagers do not care about these orphan kids and just throw them out on the street to die. Some old man had taken them in, taking pity on the crying bunch of kids. It looks like he might have fed them for some time, but one day he died of old age and none of the kids here had any idea what to do except wait for their death. Well, if Rimuru had seen this mess, what these people did to kids, he would have gone full-on demon god mode and made it their final judgment day. Though it might be fun to watch them get punished by various methods demons invented during the last 5 years. Well, I can't wait for it. Should I call him? Suddenly, a girl came inside the room and saw me staring at the kids and the dead old man. She looked 7 years old with black hair, and she had lost one of her eyes. Girl, who are you, mister, and what do you want from us? Guy, how rude of me. My name is Guy Uzumaki. I was walking around and stumbled across this place. What is your name, girl? Girl, my name is Corey. I live with my grandpa Haru, who is currently ill and has been sleeping for 2 days. These are village orphans. They didn't have any place to live, so grandpa took them from the streets and gave them a roof and food. Guy, oi Corey, you know what death means, right? And you are bleeding from your head. Corey, yes, people leave their loved ones behind and go to different places or something like that. Grandpa told me my parents did the same. And what is bleeding, if you mean this? It's when I was stealing from one of the shops. The owner hit me in the head and it really hurt. Guy, great. There is a dead guy in the middle of kids who have no knowledge of the world and are waiting to be killed. And there is a 6-year-old who doesn't know what bleeding means. If Rimuru finds out, he is going to send them directly to that weirdo. Guy then moves closer to the girl and heals her head so she won't die of infection. He explains to her that the old man is dead and won't be waking up. He then tells her what to do if she finds a dead person again. Suddenly, he senses a group of ninjas coming to their place. Guy, hey Corey, take all the kids and leave this place now. Corey is crying along with the kids, blaming the village elders for their state and the death of everyone they ever loved just because they want to survive. Corey, what is going on, Guy? Why should we leave this place? Guy, who was enjoying their anger and hate, said in a provocative tone, looks like the elder doesn't want you all to live now, and he might have sent some people to kill us. As Guy finishes the words, the ninjas surround the place. The village elders and the entire village come behind them with pitchforks and weapons. The village elder, come out, you cursed children. Because of you, we are at war now with neighboring villages. You have stolen things from them and now they are attacking us. Corey and the kids, scared and afraid, look at Guy in the hope he can save them. Guy doesn't want to get involved with 26-year-olds versus a village of 2,000 people and skilled shinobi. To his surprise, Corey starts to move out of the hut and tells Guy to protect the kids. Guy looks like she is going to sacrifice herself to the elder in exchange for her brothers and sisters to live. I like the child. She has guts. I will give her that. But the villagers refuse to accept the deal and kill her, and the elder uses fire style to burn her alive. Author note, holy cow, it turned really dark. Looks like we are about to see the second coming of the great demon lord Guy Crimson in action. Now, Guy is pissed at the actions of the village elder and releases all his aura into the air. Meanwhile, Ciel realizes what has happened and decides to let Guy loose in full demon lord mode. Ciel, enjoy your hunt. Do not let anyone live. Give them their final judgment. Guy, who can now access his entire reserve. Thanks, Ciel. One more thing, what about Corey and the kids? Can you put them to sleep? Ciel, I preserved her soul. I will send it to you so you can heal her. Do not turn her into a demon. Guy, now in full demon lord mode, decides to put a barrier around the kids and destroys the hut with his chakra. He steps towards Corey as her dead body is burning, puts out the flames, and heals her back. He looks at the village elder, who was enjoying the screams of a burning child as she pleaded for the pain to end. The villagers and shinobi are truly afraid of this kid's aura, but the elder, being the elder, commands the shinobi to attack, which results in his last words. Guy, upon hearing the elder's words, has a huge smile and chops the elder's head from his body with his hands. His soul is sent to Rain and Mizari to be tortured for 1,000 years. The shinobi are afraid, as they can see the dense chakra around the kid, but their leader decides to use the villagers as a retreat. Their fate is much worse than the quick death of the elder, as Guy reads the elder's mind and realizes these men were the real reason for the deaths of Cory and her grandpa, who was actually poisoned by them. They also tried to provoke the neighboring village into attacking. Guy, interesting. What else could I find about this place? And how should I kill them? Or rather, Ciel told me about Genjutsu. How about killing them with Genjutsu? Yes, that will be interesting to see. Guy then proceeds to use wood style to impale the entire village in one shot. The stakes are about 10 meters high. He grows a tree out of their bodies. Parts of them are scattered around the tree, and the blood turns the entire village red. He keeps everyone in the village alive as they rot in the tree, semi-dead, and puts them in a genjutsu to truly break their spirits. Guy, yes, now they give off a pleasant smell of despair. Guy then uses earth style and takes the kids away from the village to a high rocky mountain area, near the hidden stone village, and teaches the kids basic logic, along with hunting and fishing to survive. After a few days, Conan found us during one of her missions, while I was busy destroying and killing every single human using earth style. Conan, hey kid, what are you doing? And what is your name? Guy, how rude. Who are you, woman, trying to order me around? Conan, my name is Conan. Tell me your name and why you have killed all those innocent people. Guy, my name is Guy Uzumaki. Well, if you are wondering why Guy, it's because my parents were killed when I was 3 by shinobi. For the first time in my life, I used my chains and killed the shinobi, but it was too late. My parents died in my arms. Originally, my name was, well, I don't remember that part. Either way, when I used my chains on the enemy, they made a gi sound, so I took it as my new name. And for your second question, I am killing them to save my people from these monsters who just want to kill us. Conan, your people, huh? So you are saying they killed your people, so you are killing them. Guy, no, they didn't exactly kill my people. Listen to what I am saying. They are at war with another village, which causes an increase in the prices of goods. My people are young, 3 to 5 years old, and can't do anything, so they need food to survive. Because of the war, they have been starving for weeks. I have finally decided to end all wars near my area to make it peaceful. Conan, well, I would go to such extremes if I could save some of my people too. Black Zetsu, hey, what are you thinking? We are on a mission here from the Akatsuki. Guy, what is the Akatsuki? Black Zetsu explains the Akatsuki to him for half an hour. Conan, the mission is not important if we rush. Things could get complicated. Black Zetsu, fine, we will see what the kid is doing and help him save his friends. Hey Guy, show us how powerful you are. In order to impress them both, he used a huge earth style to create an artificial landslide, killing the entire village of 10,000 people. He then continued by using wood style to create a forest. Guy, how's that? Satisfied? The 2 Akatsuki members are in shock seeing the power of a 12-year-old kid. He is more than qualified to be among their ranks. Guy, let's get our reward now, shall we? They went to another village that was being attacked by the previous village and took money from them to protect them against their enemy. But as they reached a safe distance, Guy used his scorch release and burned the entire village down, killing all the people in it. Guy, that should take care of people who are always fighting in this area. So, do you two want to come to my place? Conan, he only cares about his people and his things. He kills anyone who could endanger them. Guy then took the 2 Akatsuki to a small place full of hungry kids. Conan looks around and finds 20 or so kids, around 4 years of age, and asks Guy about their condition. Guy, oh, you mean these kids? They think of me as their king, as they want to bring peace to the world by uniting all villages under a single rule. So I take care of them and help them achieve their goal of world peace. Hey Cory, where are you? Suddenly, the small black-haired, one-eyed girl pops into the room. Guy gave her money and food to survive for another month or so. Corey, who are these two Gai-sama? Guy, they are members of the Akatsuki, who want to bring peace to the world just like us. They're collecting some big-tailed beasts who look like big fluffy animals. Don't ask me for details, ask that tree-like guy. Black Zetsu, hey, who are you calling a tree-looking guy? And don't call tailed beasts big fluffy animals. Corey, I want to see big fluffy animals. Can we have them as pets? Guy, oh, why not? Let's go and catch one for ourselves. Conan, now surrounded by kids, starts to make origami for them to play with. She finally decided to ask Guy to join them. Conan, how about you bring those kids along with us to the Rain Village? They will surely survive in the Akatsuki. Then she invited him to join the Akatsuki, as she could relate to his life as if she had never met Jiraiya-sensei. She also wants to save the kids from death. She even told them about her past. Guy, fine lady. I will join you if you take care of my people, but if anything happens to them, I will be your worst enemy. Black Zetsu, great, so the famous Akatsuki is now a kid's playground. Hey Conan. Can we go to our mission now? After a few days, Guy joined the Akatsuki and met all the members. Every Akatsuki member was wondering who turned their deadly group of criminals into a playground. The moment hidden who wanted to kill them for Jashin and Kakuzu, because kids are a waste of money, challenged Guy to a fight. They lost within 2 minutes. Everyone understands that Guy is not a normal human, but rather a terrifying beast. However, the rest of the Akatsuki members like Itachi, Abaido, and Orochimaru were worried because of the newcomer. There was no record of this child except for his name and ability to use wood style naturally. After seeing Guy's ability, Abaido and Nagato give him a mission to destroy a village, but Deidara wants to show off his art to Guy, so he joins him. Guy, seeing Deidara's art, decides to show off his own and turns the entire village into a big crater using gravity collapse. This shocked Deidara because the explosion surpassed his C4. Deidara continues to bother Guy to tell him how he did it, and tells the other members how Guy destroyed the entire village with a single attack. Finally, Abaido made him a hidden member to replace Orochimaru if he ever betrayed them. Chapter 9, The Written Exam. Rimuru's POV. So we enter room 301, and Velzard's room was 302. Well, she can handle herself. To take our written exam, or should I say, spend 45 minutes cheating on our paper. What's the worst that could happen? She might freeze the entire planet within a few seconds. Rimuru, are you sure this paper is useless, Ciel? Ciel, yes, master. This whole point is useless. It is just to find out if a ninja can secretly find information from the enemy. Velzard, oh, it's basically how well we can cheat without getting caught. Velgrind, this is so boring. Hey Rimuru, write our papers too. Rimuru, okay, well it would be best for me to handle this exam. You two can have fun in the next one. Then the head of the interrogation team entered the hall. He wears a darker version of the standard uniform of the intelligence division, along with a black trench coat and gloves. His name was Ibiki. He had a large, imposing figure, complemented by a rugged head and face covered with old wounds and scars. His head is always covered by his forehead protector. Velgrind, who is that guy? Ciel, his name is Ibiki. He has a large, imposing figure and is the head of interrogation. According to Kakashi-sensei, he is a sadist in nature too. Before beginning the exams, Ibiki warned Team Dasu after their attack on Kabuto Yakushi. During the first part of the exams, Ibiki secretly put 2 Chunin into the crowd to answer the questions and to make other genin try to cheat. Although the point of the test was to test the participants' information-gathering skills, Ibiki appears and announces that the first part of the Chunin exams is a written test and describes the rules. No asking questions. He further explains that a team's score will be added up at the end of the exam to see which teams pass. Various Chunin proctors line the sides of the room and watch to catch cheaters. If caught cheating 5 times, the genin and her team are all disqualified. Rimuru scans the entire room to see everyone's reaction. Some are scared, surprised, and angry. However, the test proves exceedingly difficult, and eventually most candidates figure out the trick to the exam. To pass, they have to cheat without getting caught. They then use their respective skills to cheat subtly. Rimuru. About time someone figured it out. Well, I hope he hasn't seen the 2 hidden Chunin who are writing answers for us. Meanwhile, Gaara blows sand into another candidate's eyes and uses his sand eye to read their answers while they're distracted. Kankuro disguises his puppet as a sentinel and uses it to view other candidates' answers, then goes to the bathroom with the false sentinel to read what it has seen. Temari, after Kankuro goes to the bathroom, he writes the answers on a small scroll and subtly passes it to her. Kiba uses Akamaru to read the other candidates' answers. Shin uses an insect to read the other candidates' answers. Tenten uses wires to adjust the flaps of a ceiling lamp to view the reflections of other candidates' answers. Rock Lee. Tenten passes the reflection she sees via the ceiling lamp to Lee. Neji uses his Byakugan to see through another candidate's body and read his answers. Sasu uses his Sharingan to mimic the writing of another candidate. Dasu listens to the patterns in the sound of a writing pencil and deciphers what is being written. Ino uses her mind-body switch technique to view Sakura's answers. Shikamaru and Choji. Ino uses her mind-body switch technique on them to write the answers after reading Sakura's. Rimuru. I manipulated the water and the air to see what the 2 hidden Chunin wrote and copied it. It was Ciel's idea, since both Chunin wrote a wrong answer. If I wrote it correctly, it would be suspicious. Velgrind. Ciel wrote her paper. Velzard used her ice ability to cool the temperature of her room, 302 to 2 degrees Celsius, and used ice to copy the answers from the Chunin in her room. 45 minutes into the written portion of the Chunin exams, Ibiki announces that it is time for the 10th and final question. But he ominously states that there is one special rule for this question. Rimuru, is the bluff really that scary? Meanwhile, Kakashi Hadake, Asuma Sarutobi, and Kurenai Yuhai rest in the academy staff room and discuss their respective teams' chances of passing the first phase. Kakashi and Asuma explain to Kurenai that Ibiki specializes in interrogation and knows how to get inside the minds of his victims. Back at the exam, Ibiki states that the candidates are free to choose whether or not they want to try and solve the 10th question. If they opt out, the entire team will fail. If they choose to answer the question but get it wrong, they will be barred from taking the Chunin exams forever. Several teams decide to leave rather than risk it. Naruto doesn't have any answers to the first 9 questions and knows that the odds of him knowing the answer to the 10th are exceedingly small. He seems to waver but finally exclaims in his loud style that he will not be intimidated and will become Hokage even if he fails and remains a genin forever. Ibiki, good one, kid. Well, at least you have the guts to do what is necessary. This outburst calms the remaining teams, and everyone is determined to stay. Seeing that no one else is going to leave, Ibiki passes them all. He explains that the first 9 questions were to test their information-gathering skills, whereas the 10th was to test their determination and bravery. After the first phase of the exam is completed, an average-sized young woman of slender frame spectacularly crashes through the window and states she is the second examiner. She has light brown, pupil-less eyes. Her hair is violet like Ultima's, styled in a short, spiky, fanned-out ponytail. She was wearing a custom-made outfit crafted of thin metal mesh to fit the lines of her body, covering her from neck to thigh. Over this, she typically wears a tan overcoat with a purple inseam, a dark orange miniskirt, a dark blue belt, and pale gray shin guards. In addition to the typical forehead protector, she also wears a small pendant that looks like a snake fang. Rimuru, wow, she has quite a fashion style. Looks like the boys are starring for a long time. Ciel, master, this big perverted woman is Anko. She is a student of Orochimaru. Velgrind, hey, why are the boys in this room having a nosebleed? Velzard looking through her ice ability. Wow, she is not wearing anything inside. She is a walking pervert. Ranga, Rimuru-sama. Guy-sama has used a nuclear gravity collapse on a village near the hidden sand village. Velgrind and Velzard. Wait, that moron used what? Does he want to destroy the planet? Rimuru, well, F, you Guy. Okay, Ciel, take my position. I will go with Ranga and take care of Guy. Suddenly, Anko realizes that she entered too soon. She tries deflecting blame by reprimanding the first stage's proctor, Ibiki Morino, for how many genin were allowed to pass. She leads the genin to the Forest of Death where she explains the rules for the second stage and the dangers they'll face. Naruto mocked her about the rules and suggested she's exaggerating. Naruto, I am not afraid of this because I will become Hokage. Believe it. Velzard, can someone please shut this monkey with 2 brain cells? Anko attacks Naruto with a kunai, only for the kunai to be returned to her by Shior from the village hidden in the grass. Velgrind, good job, mister. Meanwhile, after the students leave, Ibiki picks up Naruto's exam paper and smiles, realizing he just passed a student who didn't answer a single question. He then picks up Velgrind's and Rimuru's papers and realizes they had written every answer correctly. The problem is he didn't even see them do anything during the entire exam, which means they are really good at gathering information without being caught. Ibiki, looks like Lord Hokage was right about Rimuru. They are good enough to be Chunin. Even when I was careful with those 3, they still gathered information without any problems. Let me give him good news about his favorite genin. The next day, the candidates gather outside the Forest of Death. Shortly after the second stage gets underway, Anko is alerted to the discovery of 3 dead ninjas from the village hidden in the grass. Among them was Shior. From examining the bodies, it becomes clear to her that they've been dead for some time, and because they're all missing their faces, she concludes that Orochimaru has infiltrated the Chunin exams. She orders the 3rd Hokage be informed, and that 2 teams of Anbu be deployed, then goes into the forest to find Orochimaru on her own. She locates him shortly after nightfall and tries to use on him, only to discover at the last moment that she's been attacking her. He reactivates her, immobilizing her with pain, and warns her not to cancel the Chunin exams before departing. Despite the pain, Anko is eventually able to reach the center of the Forest of Death. Anko's POV. Hiruzen, what happened to you, Anko? Anko, Lord 3rd, Orochimaru has entered the Forest of Death. He may be after Sasuke or Naruto. Hiruzen, this is really bad. Rimuru/Ciel sends Ranga to the Hokage. Lord 3rd, a guy named Orochimaru has attacked Sasuke and placed some sort of seal on him. I have tried to heal him, but it looks like the seal is trying to corrupt his mind. Hiruzen, it seems Orochimaru has put a curse mark on Sasuke. Anko, Lord 3rd, should we remove Sasuke from the Chunin exam and place him under guard? Hiruzen, no, let him stay and continue as per Orochimaru's instructions. Anko, apologies, Lord 3rd, I couldn't finish him off. During the preliminary matches, I stayed by the Lord 3rd's side, informing him of the participants. I was amazed by Sasuke's control of his curse seal during his match. A month after the preliminaries, as the final round matches near, it becomes increasingly clear that Orochimaru means ill to Konoha.